Hello, I'm with Lenin, and
Hello.
he's gonna answer some questions about marriage.
hmm
So the first question is, what kind of questions do couples ask each other before they get married?
Well, I think that the kind of questions that couples ask each other. Well, first, I think there's all the questions about getting to know each other, likes and dislikes and stuff. But I think when it comes to marriage, some of the important questions that they might ask are, what are like the financial goals that they have in mind? What are some of their personal projects and passions that they currently have, and how they will play into the future? Whether they want kids, whether they want to start a family, what are some of their drawbacks from everything in terms of religion, in terms of where they would live, kind of those minor aspects that really play into the future of the whole relationship. And it can even be in terms of like working, like who's gonna work, are they both gonna work, how they're gonna carry out the leadership roles and financial aspects in the family.
Um, Question number two is, what kinds of questions do couple ask each other after they get married?
Uh, well, I think that after they get married, some of the questions might be more related to uh, the current status of where they're at,
Mm-hmm.
what sort of projects they can involve themselves in together, um, what are some of their plans, not only personal now, but as a couple, as a married couple starting out a family, if that's the plan. Also, how they're, in terms financially, how they're going to be distributing each of those components in what they seem as more important.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm. Question number three is, do you think that signing a prenuptial agreement could guarantee a lifelong marriage?
No, I don't think it can guarantee a lifelong marriage. I think that signing a prenuptial agreement is in a way saying, "Hey, I am, I want to get married to you, but I also see that there's a risk in marrying you, so I want a little cushion to fall back on in case this doesn't work."
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't necessarily, it just doesn't speak commitment.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's more about possessions and not actual feelings and love, as there should be in a marriage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Question number four is, if you had to write one rule for a prenuptial contract, which one would be the most important to be included?
Well, in terms of rules, if a prenuptial agreement were to be signed, I think that if they have decided it that way, and the husband gets what he signed up for, and the wife gets what she signed, I think the rule that should be established is that anything that has priorly been set for their kids should not be touched. It should be left alone. Mm-hmm. Anything that goes for their children should be left alone. Mm-hmm. They shouldn't dig their hands into that once their marriage is over.
Mm-hmm. What are the most important aspects that contribute to have a lifelong marriage?
Well, there's definitely a lot of communication. There needs to be a lot of trust. Mm-hmm. There needs to be a feeling of confidence, that you can rely on someone so much that you can literally go through anything. Mm-hmm. Of course, overall, these things are encompassed by love and happiness and mm-hmm. feelings that you really want this person in your life, that you really don't see yourself without them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are the best things to do when the couple is facing a problem?
Well, the best thing to do is communicate. I think mm-hmm. A lot of issues now is with marriages that end in divorces. There's just not this communication. There's not this trust. Mm-hmm. And there definitely needs to, even then, there needs to be a lot of comfort to be able to express yourself properly, and not feel like you're being judged, or not feel like what you're saying is just gonna completely ruin everything. Mm-hmm. So there's definitely needs to be a lot of communication, and from the other end, a person that can, that good listening skills mm-hmm. as well.
Mm-hmm. What should be the most important reason to marry your partner?
Well, it's literally love and happiness.
Mm-hmm.
You love a person so much that you want to commit to them for the rest of your life, because they make you happy, and you see that as a life-changing aspect in your life and something that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
It just shows commitment. So I'd say those are the most important.
And finally, what are the least important reasons to marry your partner?
Least important, anything that is just made to, anything that's selfish, anything that's for self-gain, anything that's, for example, money, gold diggers, you only care about your feelings, about your well-being, but that's not what marriage should be about. It should be about you both carry on a relationship together, not just one feeding off the other.
Thank you so much, Lenny.
No problem.
Bye.